Welcome back to Rise and Shine, the Ability Connection Colorado podcast. My name is Jared, and today we are going to talk to a woman, an entrepreneur who is helping us find new ways to raise money for Ability Connection Colorado and our 5 community programs that offers more benefit to everyone involved. So we're going to get to that. And one reason I'm speaking to her today is I've known her with past partnerships, and she is an entrepreneurial genius. I am infatuated with her. You know, you have like business crushes. You know, I'm just going to throw that out there. Debbie Quintana is that, and she's going to help Ability Connection Colorado, and she'll also talk about the amazing story that got her to where she is and how she handles day-to-day stress. And I just wanted to point out something. Chris, it's got so humid recently in Colorado that the posters aren't staying up. You see this poster over there? That one's just dripping down the wall. And now I need to get this fixed. But I know you gave this to me, and it means a lot. But it just dripped away like it's in some kind of weird French movie or something. I digress. Rise and Shine, the podcast, is brought to you by Cartober. Now, I know you're thinking that sounds like October, but you know how fast this moves. If you have kids, you know how fast from now till suddenly you need a Halloween costume happens. It is light speed. So Cartober coming up, and you can celebrate all year long. Simply go to abilityconnectioncolorado.org and see how easy it is to donate a car to help us. Car, SUV, truck, motorcycle, boat. We're even taking stocks now. Okay, so, and now, to be inspired, to be motivated by not just her entrepreneurial genius, but her spirit of generosity, Debbie Quintana. Welcome. And how many businesses should I give you credit for today?
You know, I have hero care packages too, but we don't need to convolute the stream.
Okay, what? You don't want to muddy this creek. Okay, but I feel like America in the hero care packages plays a role. Because it's incredible, and we'll talk about that too. But just people with busy schedules who don't want to go the whole 20 minutes, and it's going to be a brilliant 20 minutes. You're going to be moved. You will be moved from where you are, people. We'll talk about what you're doing for Ability Connection Colorado. Not like any nonprofit. I saw you on LinkedIn. I got up in your messages, and I gently nudged you for gifts. Immediately, you were like, yes, and people, you can just check out what she offers. It's incredible. When we do auctions, these kind of things are the biggest movers. But there's something else. You're throwing in a promo code. Tell everybody what happens when they go to your website, Jocelyn & Co., and they use the promo code ACCO.
Yeah, I mean, if you use ACCO at jocelynco.com, it's going to give you 10% off, and then we're going to donate 10% to ACCO as well. So
incredible.
That's simple.
So you're giving up a full 20%.
20% altogether. Yes.
Thank you.
Yep. No problem.
Sweet. And now, for the auction, though, what are some things that people can look forward to be bidding on? Like you're getting an awesome thing while giving to an awesome institution. So what is the thing they can get from you?
Yeah, I mean, gifting has really moved into the experiential world now, right? Where gifts are something that you're going to experience as opposed to opening a box of crackers and some jam, right? So I'll send a couple of different things to come to mind off the top of my head, which is a wine pairing set. So a couple of different bottles of wine pairing with other items, some really nice decanters, textiles, things that are really going to set up the experience. Picture you sitting at your dining room table and enjoying a couple of different bottles of wine. And then another one is a relaxation gift. All of us moms need that right now for sure. And so we'll set that up to be something that is all inclusive for you to just enjoy relaxing with bath salts and shower gels and probably wine as well. We need a lot of wine. And some really, really nice linens. So we put all of those things together to be very experiential as opposed to just throwing some things in it.
Linens? You have linens in your...
Oh, linens are very important in gifting.
As you know, I gave not a dang about gift baskets until I met you, and I was like, this girl's like the NASA of gift baskets. Like, you're just taking it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
As you know, it is your story for which I am here today. That is my gift basket. Now, yesterday, I was wrong about maybe you saving the world from cyber criminals, but you were in a higher up at Cisco. You were walking around with some kind of you were the Matrix. You were the Matrix at Cisco. Is that true?
No, I was just an employee at Cisco. I was in the global security department, and
Again, when you say global security department, I just see you turn into like green digits.
oh no, no,
She
no.
is learning faster than.
Yeah, it was. I had an incredible experience at Cisco. It was a great job. I learned to become an investigator, and I ran some global operations and 911 and some really really great things. But
And I'm not supposed to come away with the fact that you were protecting us from cyber criminals.
no, because I wasn't in cyber. I was in physical security. So I was the one that was, dealing with people stealing and doing crazy. Oh God, I should write a book. Crazy stuff.
Okay, so this is the story like that really mesmerizes me because here you are in Cisco's NORAD protecting them from all the ne'er-do-wells in the world, and then suddenly you're like, I'm going to do gift baskets.
Yeah, that transition's a little confusing. I get it. Yeah, so there's a little story there. So about a year and a half, 2 years prior to leaving Cisco, unfortunately, I lost my father. And my mom was like, hey, I've got a little bit of money. Let's start a company. We've always wanted to do something. So we started a gifting company. And it took off. I mean, immediately. A lot of it having to do with just my connections and who I knew, in Silicon Valley. And it just kept going and going and going. And so about 5 years in is when the layoffs happened. And so, sure, I got laid off. Let's go try this gifting thing full time and see what happens. And I gave myself a year, decided I wasn't going to go back to, corporate America. And within a year, I had made it go. It really went to the point where I was like, oh, this is an actual business. Before it was kind of like, oh, this is fun. Let's make some baskets. Now it's starting to get into an actual profitable business. And so I just kept going until today.
Okay, so one, we know Cisco may have some compromised security issues because you're not there.
No, my team was amazing.
But two, we know we have a grieving mother and daughter, and you two are like hanging out at the kitchen table, and you're like, let's reinvent gifts.
Yeah, it did happen like that. And the funnier thing of it was I had no idea it was going to be my career for the rest of my life and turn into what it's turned into. I mean, that was Gourmet Gifts, and I ended up selling that company before I left California. I moved to Arizona. But by the time I left California, I owned 5 companies, and I sold 4 out of the 5 before I left because I didn't want all that activity. And then got to Arizona and kind of started over. And that's where Jocelyn and Co. started. During COVID, Jocelyn and Co. started. So it actually worked out perfectly for me to kind of leave Silicon Valley behind me and start fresh in Arizona.
And then there's Hero Care Packages.
So Hero Care Packages is a military care package company. Wasn't my idea. I actually inherited the company and purchased it from the original owner who was in the military. And when he got out of the military, he was like, people have to do care packages better. They're very, very important to military service members. And he started his own company. He started Hero Care Packages with that in mind. And then we just took it to a whole new level when I took over, because I really wanted this concept and integration of people being able to donate care packages, corporations doing team building events, creating care packages, and then for the auntie who wants to send something to her nephew or our niece in the military, for that to be able to be easy for them as well. So we have done a ton of work on just making military care package giving easy. And so we are part of that program too, where we give back and we donate. Anytime one's donated, we donate one as well. We do free shipping, so we're covering the shipping cost for the care packages. And it's really been an incredible organization for us to take over. We love it.
I've had people come to me and they're like, what, do you know something, you do a lot of stuff in the community. What's something our company can do? And what a great idea to get everybody together, essentially crafting. Who doesn't like to get together and craft? But putting these things together for such a good cause.
Yeah, and we send the stationery and the pens so everybody can write a handwritten note to send with the care package, and it really does make a difference. We get an amazing feedback from service members. So that's been an incredible company for us, and it's an easier company than Jocelyn and Co. is. It's orders in, orders out, and super simple for us.
So this a part that I want to talk about is when you had just started Jocelyn and Co. when I was down there, I think, right?
Hmm.
And I
Yes,
was down there, and you were about to cross the $1 million precipice. And it was so
yes.
amazing to me how you low key you were about it. Like I was ready to celebrate. I was ready to crack open more of that cheese that you send out. It's amazing. And you were just like, we are just working. We are just working. But there was a thing
Hmm.
about it that was amazing. It was 10 months, 11 months,
11 months.
and you got
We
to a
hit our
million.
first million in 11 months. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
so much cheese.
yeah. I couldn't believe it. Like we didn't, and it was a good and a bad thing, right? Because financially, I wasn't ready for that much business, and it just took off. The second we launched, it just never stopped. It just kept going and going and going. And so I'm scrambling, borrowing money from friends and family, and trying to get business loans and doing all these things. Like I didn't know. I think we thought we were going to maybe do 10,000 maybe the first year or so, and to I mean, my bad. I had no idea that it was going to do that. So it was a good and a bad thing. But to do $1 million in 11 months was extremely validating for us that what we were doing was needed, and very well accepted in the industry. So it's been a wild ride, and it's never stopped. I mean, we just continue. It just continues to go and go and go and go, which is why we need an investor.
So that's the word now is you're slowing down because explain
Hmm.
this in business terms to me. You,
Yeah.
I don't know. I need you to talk to me.
Controlled growth. I have to have controlled growth. And so instead of scrambling, trying to fill orders or being late with orders or not doing and living to our KPIs, we want to make sure that we are controlling our growth. So until we get an investment, I stopped advertising. We stopped pushing Jocelyn and Co. out there, and kind of pulled it back a little bit to where it's a little bit more manageable. And then once we get our investment realized, then we're going to go full force. I mean, I'm already ready to go. Purchase orders are written, marketing plans ready to rock. We're ready to hit it hard again. But until then, I'm gonna control the growth.
And
Very important to
there's
me.
that word out there that investors say and they want to hear, but you already offer traction.
Oh yeah,
Like girls already bulldozing
yes,
up the mountain. Like yeah, you're at this
hmm,
peak and now you're like, oh okay, there's McKinley there, so we're gonna go
yeah,
higher. Yeah.
yeah. That's the good thing about our company. We don't have problems getting orders or getting new customers. It's the funding part of it that's just difficult, and that's okay. That's okay. That's a great problem to have.
Yeah, we're too successful to to turn on the spigot full blast right now.
Yeah, exactly. And it's frustrating at the same time, but I'm so grateful for just everything that we've been through because I'm learning so much.
But you, it's not like you came in, with a tabula rasa of entrepreneurial questions. Like you
No,
came with a lot of experience. You knew this was going to happen. Like you had an
I
idea
mean,
that you were going to be successful.
yeah, I knew that the product was necessary. I knew that it was going to be well received because part of the reason why I started that line too was a lot of the gifting supplies that were out there were really old and dusty. I love using that word, dusty. They were just old. And so for us to bring a fresh, modern, tasteful product to the industry, I knew it was going to be well received. And I didn't know it was going to be that well received, but I knew that it would work for sure. And if anything, for my own company, it was a fallback for me. If worst case, I'll be my own client. But yeah, everybody else seemed to take it on as well.
It's weird. The usty word category is typically all negative. You got musty, crusty, rusty. Anyway, so all of those things applied to the industry that you innovated. And that's the ticket, of course, is to find a problem and provide a solution. And then there's
Yeah.
all these things out there that we just for some reason decide to accept as acceptable. Like, I got you a gift basket. I've never heard of any of these products in here, but I want you to eat them. And you're there. The market is vast.
Yeah. Yes, it's a huge, huge, huge market. And not only for me that, to help my own company, but the whole reason behind starting the Gift Designers Association was to help other gifting professionals, realize some of those successes that I had too. And that's where that association came into play. So I did, oh my gosh, 15 years of owning that association and doing those conferences that you're talking about, of just education and different people teaching different classes and everybody kind of learning and growing together. So when COVID hit, the people that were really invested in education, their companies did really, really well. And it was such a delight to watch that happen because they all deserved it. We have all worked really, really hard to grow our companies. So that was just the icing on the cake, and during a horrible time.
That is so maternal of you to be successful and then be like, I want to share this with similar companies. I want my competition to know how to be better.
Yeah, I never looked at anybody as competitors,
Yeah.
but yes, you could definitely look at it like that, sure.
No, I think it's super impressive. I think that's how you learn and grow too, in a healthy
Mhm.
way, is by sharing with the community and building bigger community around your
Yeah.
success.
Yeah, it was a great experience. I sold that company last year, and now I'm fully focused on my own what I'm doing and growing it.
So let's just do the numbers here. How many companies have you started?
Uh, Probably 8,
Okay, how many have you sold?
um, 7.
You're just a juggernaut.
Yeah.
And so that one
hmm
left is what you're focusing on now. Well, there's two, right? Because there's
Yeah.
Jocelyn.
Well, Jocelyn and Co. I started from scratch. Hero Care Packages I acquired.
Oh, you quite
So
okay.
I'm really focused on both of those. Hero Care Packages runs itself. Like Travis is my son. He's also my right hand with the companies, and we really built that company to kind of run itself. We don't have to do too much. We're advertising a little bit here and there. We can handle the growth there, no problem. So I don't have to do too much for Hero. I'm really focused on the corporate gifting side of Jocelyn and Co. and really growing that. So that's kind of my focus, and then Travis handles everything else.
I don't know. It just seems like everything's in place. If people want to be successful, I guess they just get to meet Debbie.
It's so funny that you say that because I don't feel successful yet. And I think it's because I haven't been able to fill all the orders, right?
Yeah.
I think once I fill when I'm able to ship same day every single person's order, I think that's when I'll feel successful. Right now I feel frustrated and I'm not achieving my goal yet, and a whole bunch of other things that are running through my head. So when people say, "Oh, Debbie, you're so successful," I'm like, "No, I'm not yet. I will be, but not quite yet."
Is this a psychological issue? Like, can you just be happy
Yeah.
with yourself? It seems like you've done well.
Yeah, I am happy, but at the same time, I'm turning down purchase orders, so that doesn't feel all that great, right?
You're like the
So
Caitlin Clark of gifts. I mean, she'll miss a three and she's mad at herself. I'm like, calm down, sister. Like, you reinvented basketball.
yeah,
Okay, just
yeah,
yeah. No, but and that drive is necessary.
yes,
To
it
get.
is.
But is there a point where you're like, and I think you said this, but is there a point where you're like, okay, the girl, we did it, sweetie. We can chill. We're good.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we're getting close to getting back up to 5 million, which is what we did during COVID. I think I'll be really happy when I hit that. I'll be really happy when I sell the company. That'll be oh yes, okay, Debbie, you did it. This is fantastic. Go sit on a beach somewhere and relax. But yeah, yes, and I do give myself credit. I'm a little hard on myself too because I just want to keep pushing, and keep going. And I think that once I get past that point of I'm not able to fill orders in a timely manner sometimes, I'll feel a lot better about what we're doing.
Maybe to help others in trying times, no matter whether it's now or the future or whatever. What's the mirror talk that you give yourself? What's the thing that gets you up and has you do your hair so splendidly and get the coffee going?
Yeah, for me, I'm all about taking one day at a time. Like we're going through serious growth pains, and it doesn't feel good sometimes. And one day at a time, Debbie, just get up, do your best, be focused on what you should be doing, not necessarily what you want to be doing, and take one day at a time. That's my mantra every day.
Do you have lists? Do you make lists, or how do you
Oh yes.
cut up that day? Is it lists?
Yes, I have lists. I block my time out, so I have certain time where I do whatever I want. I have time that is focused on my top 3 goals. I have 3 goals that I'm trying to achieve. I block it out every single day.
3 goals
And
per day.
I 3 goals per day, or I'm marching towards achieving those 3 high level goals, but I block out time on my calendar to make sure that I'm focused on those 3 things.
And I cut
Yeah,
you
and
off.
I take care of myself. I go to the gym every day. I'm very involved in myself, me, and taking care of myself. That's hasn't necessarily been the case my whole life. So I just started that last year. But yeah, I'm very stringent on how I spend my time.
You were about to say something, and I interrupted you. Do you remember what that was? You were rolling into something with some momentum. And
No.
okay. What I like too is when we connected this morning, you were like, I look this good. I got up and I look this good. That's quickly. And I was like, I love what you're saying. Because you do look good.
Yeah. I was being a little sarcastic to a certain degree, but I mean, I try really hard to. I mean, I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I spend my quiet time just reflecting on what my day is going to be, and really having, more of a, instead of just running around like I used to do. I'm very, very careful and thoughtful of how I'm going to spend my time in any given moment, right? And that doesn't mean that I'm working 24/7. I do work a lot. But I'm in California right now, and we're hanging out with friends, and my husband's a drummer, and he did a gig, and I was able to go and enjoy myself. And that hasn't always been the case with me. There's been times where I didn't go watch him play because I needed to work. Or I'd take my laptop to the bar where they were gigging. Literally, I would do that. So I have learned a little bit about how to have the right schedule and how to spend my time.
Was there a moment? Was there a moment in your life you're like, oh, girl, you gotta do better with your time. You gotta do better for yourself, and you look damn good. I mean, was there a moment where you're like you refracted in your
Yeah.
your path?
Yeah, I think that anytime anything happens medically, it really changes your life. I got cancer a couple years ago, and that makes you stop and say, okay, we're going to do things a little bit differently now, for sure. And my cancer wasn't a big deal. I was able to resolve it quickly, but it does make you stop and reflect on what you're doing and how much time you're spending with your family, and if you're enjoying yourself, instead of just going through the grind of, okay, I got to work, I got to work, I got to do this, I got to do this, and being frantic all the time. And I was like that for many years.
So you don't have to get cancer, people. Just listen to Debbie.
No, you sure don't.
You don't. Just avoid
Just learn
that part.
from me.
Yeah, just do what she's doing now.
For sure.
Yeah, block your time, set your priorities, make sure you have
Yes.
some Quintana time. Just
Yes.
get out and enjoy yourself.
Just some time to think. No action item in front of you. Just relax and just open your mind and just spend some time reflecting.
Do you
It's
still
the
have
first thing I do every day.
Oh, I cut you off right there too. That was brilliant. The first thing she does every day is spend that time reflecting. And when you're reflecting, do you still have internal dialogues where you're like, I should be doing something? No, you don't need
Yeah.
to be doing something.
Yeah, 100%. I have that battle in my head all the time. I'm
Okay,
getting
that's
better
good to
at
hear
it,
because
though.
I have to do that to myself all the time. And I get mad. I'm like, Jared, you are you. Why are you talking to you like you're someone else? Like, just chill. But I have to have this
Yep.
thing that I'm like, wait, I should get up and no, you shouldn't.
Yeah, just relax. Just relax.